Caitlin Clark is back, fully healthy, and ready to carry this team to gold, and this isn't hype. It's a statement. After a sophomore WNBA season riddled with groin, quad, and ankle setbacks, she stormed Team USA training camp from the very first day, leaving jaws dropped with her signature logo three-pointer. Her leadership instantly commanded respect from Kara Lawson, locking in her starting role for the 2026 World Cup. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's frustration on the bench couldn't be more glaring. A reminder that gratitude matters when you're on a team this elite. The contrast is crystal clear. Should Reese even be on Team USA? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to rally behind Clark as she takes the spotlight.
Caitlin Clark at point guard, Jackie Young at the 2, Brianna Stewart at the 3, Nafisa Collier at the 4, and Asia at the 5. And then coming off the bench, we have Sabrina Ionescu, Kalia Copper, Paige Beckers, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, and Sonia Citron.
You could see it in her eyes. The fire was unmistakable. Clark opened up about the mental toll of being sidelined, describing how injuries can feel isolating and force you to confront the struggles teammates face when they're hurt. She learned to be a better supporter from the bench, but more than anything, she realized how deeply she missed the game that built her legacy. "I would have taken 10 bad games in a row just to be out there playing," she said, a line that captures the heart of her mindset. She wasn't just ready to return. She was desperate to return. Every moment of rehab only fueled her passion, not dimmed it. Across the room, Aaliyah Boston watched, fully aware of the battles Clark had faced, the setbacks, the doubts, the fight to feel like herself again on the court. Seeing Clark handle the press with such focus and intensity made the moment even more powerful, a testament to her relentless drive and love for the game.
I know you told us today that after practice you were a little bit nervous going in, just you hadn't played in a while. Was there a moment you tried to get over that, said, all right, I'm good, I'm back to where I was before I got hurt? And I think you hit that one step back three that sort of brings sort of some comfort in some ways, the sort of part we saw.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like when I touched the basketball to start warming up before the practice even started, that's probably when I felt pretty comfortable. But, I mean, I've worked so hard. Like, I haven't taken a break since, honestly, since the beginning of the WNBA season, with just all my rehab and getting back to where I wanted to be and then getting even better. So that's been kind of my focus, and this has kind of been my next thing that I've been working for since our season ended. And
Clark spoke about the honor of representing her country again and stepping into Team USA's new Olympic cycle, making it clear this was bigger than just bouncing back for the Indiana Fever. This was about leading the national team toward 2026 and 2028, and the weight of that responsibility didn't intimidate her. It ignited her. "My body feels the best it has in months," she said, eyes locked on the room as reporters scribbled and cameras rolled. Everyone there knew they were witnessing more than a comeback. They were seeing a star reclaim her throne. Clark vowed fans would see the real version of her again, not the injured player who struggled through 2025, not the cautious athlete tiptoeing around pain, but the Caitlin Clark who dominated from day one as a rookie. That fearless, unstoppable force was back, and she had a point to prove.
In a way, at the end of the WNBA season, like, obviously I did everything I could to try to be able to come back and be able to play for my team, but it just didn't really work. I think that was almost a way of relief for myself, just knowing that I gave everything I could to possibly try to play, but my body just wasn't really letting me.
The gym fell silent the moment Clark stepped onto the court for scrimmages, the weight of her first real basketball in months hanging in the air. Coaches tracked her every move, teammates studied her stance, and the pressure was electric. Would she still be the force who dominated as a rookie, or had months of injury dulled her edge? She began cautiously, with safe passes and solid defense, letting whispers of doubt ripple through the gym. Then, near half court, she caught the ball, took 2 dribbles, and launched a logo three-pointer with unshakable confidence, the same stroke that shattered 62 records. Swish. Nothing but net. The gym erupted. Teammates leapt from the bench, coaches clapped, and the energy shifted instantly. The cautious comeback ended in that single shot. Clark didn't stop there. Laser-precise passes, perfect court vision, elite-level anticipation on defense, every move radiated dominance. The tempo of practice accelerated around her. Teammates matched her intensity, passing crisper, defending harder. She wasn't just back, she was leading, commanding the court, and proving the world that the real Caitlin Clark had returned.
The team that was selected for the 2024 Paris Olympics, and the biggest news out of that was that Caitlin Clark was not selected for that team. And for the Paris Olympics, as you guys can see here, it's a lot of veteran players. It's even some legacy players, like Diana Taurasi actually didn't even play in that championship game, but she was still selected for Team USA. Now, again, I feel like that selection was not based on Diana Taurasi's skill. Now she has retired since then, but it was based on her legacy and her name. And there are also some other players that I feel like weren't necessarily selected based on how good they were as a basketball player.
Even when a few shots didn't fall during a one-on-one drill, Clark muttered under her breath and pushed harder, her relentless drive for perfection fully intact. Every pass, every attempt carried the intensity of a player unwilling to settle for anything less than excellence. Her competitive fire burned as fiercely as ever. She also reconnected with Cameron Brink, a friendship spanning nearly a decade since their U16 days, with Clark reflecting, "It's incredible to see how far we've come." The bonds and chemistry with her teammates were unmistakable. That single logo three-pointer wasn't just a shot, it was the declaration everyone had been waiting for. Clark wasn't merely back in shape, she was mentally sharp, focused, and ready to dominate again. The basketball world had its answer. Team USA had found its leader for 2026 and beyond.
That speed is back. That burst is back. And therefore, Caitlin Clark, I would call her number 22, but in this case, number 17, is back. Just the way she gets up the floor, control the ball, control the step back, pure, all that. She said she had to get her conditioning back. Sue Bird said that was one thing. It would take her a little bit of time to work towards.
Sue Bird and Cara Lawson exchanged knowing smiles after practice, deep in conversation about one player who had completely exceeded every expectation at camp. Crafting a new Team USA identity around emerging talent while maintaining championship standards was no easy task. They needed someone to anchor their vision for 2026 Berlin and 2028 Los Angeles. Veterans like Chelsea Gray competed fiercely for starting spots, and established stars anticipated prominent roles. Yet Clark's rapid elevation stunned much of the basketball world. Some questioned whether she'd earned such recognition after missing most of her sophomore season, but the coaching staff had already seen the evidence. Bird publicly praised Clark's leadership, highlighting her dedication and engagement even while sidelined, traveling to nearly every Fever Road game and staying actively involved on the bench. Clark had lived through the challenges her teammates faced, and that first-hand experience had forged the qualities that now made her the unquestioned leader of Team USA.
Of course, we are bringing Caitlin Clark to the 2026 FIBA World Cup. Caitlin Clark should have been on the 2024 Olympic team, not only because she was good enough, she was better than some players who played on that 2024 Olympic team, but also because just having her on that team obviously would have brought in so many eyes to the women's game on a global scale. But most importantly, Caitlin Clark is currently the best point guard in the WNBA, even only playing 13 games last season. She is still the best point guard in the WNBA, and she deserves to be on that team.
Lawson's assessment of Clark centered on her elite basketball IQ and effortless synergy with teammates. The head coach watched as Clark orchestrated plays with backcourt partners like Jackie Young during scrimmages, consistently elevating everyone around her. "She looked strong on both ends of the court and hasn't missed a beat," Lawson said, a statement that carried serious weight. Behind the scenes, sources confirmed that Clark's dedication and attitude during recovery had already impressed the coaching staff long before she returned to practice. She stayed connected to the team, checking in on injured teammates and offering support through every challenge. Her character shone through the toughest periods of her career, and it translated directly on the court. Her vision created opportunities, her defensive intensity set the tempo, and her energy pushed the entire squad to a higher level. Clark's impact was undeniable, a combination of talent, leadership, and relentless work ethic that can't be taught or faked.
I guess you can't rule anything completely out. Can't rule anything completely out like that team up right there. But I expect to see them really playing well off of each other in Team USA and in a Team USA uniform over the next several years, and the next couple of versions of that team. Just because she knows how to. Jackie Young knows how to do almost everything out on the court, and she would just thrive, I think, and she will thrive playing alongside Caitlin Clark.
Clark radiated excitement about representing her country again, fully aware that wearing the USA jersey is one of the highest honors in sports. Every drill and scrimmage reflected her appreciation, and her experience on junior national teams had already instilled a deep understanding of what it means to compete for Team USA. When the coaching staff announced she would start at point guard, it validated her comeback and cemented her as the face of the program's future. This wasn't merely filling a roster spot. USA Basketball was placing its championship hopes squarely on her leadership and vision for the 2026 and 2028 Olympic cycles. Bird and Lawson's public endorsement sent a clear message. Clark wasn't just returning from injury. She was ready to lead Team USA to gold. While she celebrated the news with humility and focus, Angel Reese's reaction told a different story. Making the team, but relegated to the bench, she struggled to hide her disappointment, contrasting sharply with Clark's quiet confidence and determination.
Caitlin Clark at point guard, Jackie Young at the 2, Brianna Stewart at the 3, Nafisa Collier at the 4, and Asia at the 5. And then coming off the bench, we have Sabrina Ionescu, Kalia Copper, Paige Beckers, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, and Sonia Citrons.
Reports emerged that Reese was unhappy with her bench role, creating tension within the team that coaches had to manage carefully. Any drama could derail preparation for international competition. Sources indicated she voiced dissatisfaction repeatedly, often overshadowed by the narrative surrounding Clark's triumphant comeback. The contrast between the two players couldn't have been clearer. Clark consistently demonstrated a team-first mindset, emphasizing compromise, leadership, and chemistry in every interaction, while Reese's focus appeared centered on personal grievances rather than collective success. As camp progressed, Clark's composure and dedication highlighted the difference in priorities, reinforcing her role as the player around whom Team USA would rally.
Who should not make this Team USA team? Caitlin Clark destroys in day 2 of Team USA camp, looking like the best player in the world as usual.
The contrast was impossible to miss. Clark spent every drill and scrimmage lifting her teammates, focused entirely on elevating the team's performance, while Reese appeared preoccupied with her own role and status. Behind-the-scenes reports and social media activity suggested Reese expected preferential treatment based on reputation rather than her camp performance, testing the coaching staff's patience. Meanwhile, Clark exemplified leadership in every sense, embracing her role, driving the team forward, and bringing out the best in everyone around her. The comparison was stark, and the message clear. Clark led with dedication and humility, while Reese's approach only highlighted the gap between true leadership and entitlement.
Angel Reese can be an asset and a value, rebounding, being tenacious on this team, and being just a role player, which is what she should be. She's not a star go-to player. Rebound, and that's it. That's all. Rebound and play defense. That's all you got to do. That should be your role, but your team in the WNBA sucks so bad that you're trying to do more, and that's just not you.
Reese should count herself fortunate just to make the team, given how her attitude exposed a lack of readiness for the responsibility that comes with wearing the Team USA jersey. Representing your country demands maturity, selflessness, and a team-first mentality. exactly what Clark displayed at every turn. She earned her starting point guard role through skill, leadership, and relentless dedication, while others struggled to accept positions based on merit rather than entitlement. Clark's comeback is more than a return. It's the cornerstone of a championship era that could define women's basketball through 2028. From the logo 3 that silenced doubters to elevating every teammate around her, she's proven she belongs at the top. Fever fans can finally exhale knowing their superstar is healthy, motivated, and ready to lead both club and country to unprecedented success. Her body is at its peak, her mind locked on gold medals, and 2026 can't arrive soon enough. The question lingers, should Reese even be on Team USA? Share your thoughts in the comments, show your support for Caitlin, and hit like, subscribe, and notifications so you never miss a single moment